Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Draven Who Games, where we're doing another episode of 8-Bit of Fun. It is a rainy day, but we're here with our guest star, Joey. So
What's
say
up?
hi. You may know him from the Fallout 76 videos that we did for a little bit, and yeah, the rest of the guys could not make it today, but that's all right. And I guess we'll go ahead and get started. So first, we're gonna start out with Nintendo-related stuff.
Of course, gotta.
So we got the NES Online games for this month, which are for the U.S.
Oh, you know what? I have not checked those out yet. I probably should.
Yeah, they're pretty good this month. So for the United States, we have Kid Icarus and Star Tropics. So again,
Ooh.
we get 2, and Japan gets 3, but that's alright. Because Japan got some random sumo wrestling game, Kid Icarus, and the first Fire Emblem. So
Aw, lucky them.
I know. Uh, so yeah. Then we also have probably the biggest Nintendo news to come out of this week, which was Nintendo Labo announced their VR
Yes.
kit. So what do you think of the
Yes.
VR kit?
Well, I've never been a big fan of Nintendo Labo, and I mean, this is probably the most good one. If I was gonna buy one, I'd probably get this one. But Nintendo Labo has never been my cup of tea. But I think this is a very interesting one and one that people did want to see.
Yeah. Yeah, I've gotten all of the VR kits just through like holidays and stuff. I never actually bought them with my own money because yeah, I didn't feel like it. But they make good Christmas presents. So I've been able to get all of them. I got the vehicle kit, but I haven't put it together yet. I keep meaning to, and I just never get around to it. But Labo so far has been like a thing that I play for a while, and then it just kind of sits there. I mean, I'm
Yeah,
looking
I've
at
heard that from a lot of people.
I'm looking at a pile of my Labo kits just over in the corner. um, but yeah, I mean, they're good for a little bit, and then you just kind of stop using them. I think the last time I used my Labo was I used the motorbike for Mario Kart just because my friends wanted to see how dumb I looked while playing it. Um, So yeah, the Labo I'm pretty excited to see Nintendo's take on VR since their first take,
Yeah.
the Virtual Boy, did not go so well. So
Right.
so now there are 2 kits, and they will release on April 12th. There is the starter set, which comes with a blaster and a headset for $40. Expansion 1, which comes with the elephant and the camera for 20. Expansion 2, which comes with a bird and a wind pedal for 20 as well. Or you can buy all of them as one big VR kit for $80. So, yeah. I guess that way there's more, options. So if you don't want all of that cardboard, you can only get some of that cardboard.
Yes.
So next we have some more Pokemon announcement news stuff.
This is where I come in. I
Ooh.
am very excited already.
Yeah, share your opinions on Sword and Shield since you weren't actually here for that episode. So.
Oh yes, all right. So I saw it and I saw the review trailer. I actually saw it at school. It was pretty awesome.
Yeah.
I didn't catch the direct sadly, but
Mm.
I am very excited. I think this is going to be one of the better generations. I never really played a lot of Sun and Moon, just because right around when I finally got it, my 3DS broke.
Oh.
But I feel like it's going to be a lot like it's going to be more like X and Y than Sun and Moon, because Sun and Moon was definitely a step away from the norm with the trials instead of the gyms.
Yeah.
I think we're going to see the 8 gyms back in the 4
Yeah.
final bosses. I guess. Yeah, you know what I mean.
Yeah, the Elite Four. Yeah.
Elite 4. I forgot the name for a second. Wow, maybe I'm not a real fan. All right, I think we're going to see a return to the norm, but I think it's going to be good. I'm probably gonna pick up probably Shield because I see a lot of my friends picking up Sword. So I need to
You get the other one.
get the other one so we can have all the stuff from all the games by
Yeah.
trading. The map looks really different. I like how it's more of it seems more linear, but I think there's a lot of branching paths. They talked about how there's different environments that I like to see because most of the time it's one specific climate.
Yeah.
Except for
true.
X and Y. No, sorry, Black and White. Black and White had a lot of different climates. Because you
Yeah,
had like the deserts and the snowy mountains.
yeah,
Yeah.
I really liked X and Y.
X and Y was actually the first Pokemon game I ever beat.
Same. The first Pokemon game I actually played was Pearl, but X and Y was specifically was the one I first ever beat.
Yeah. My first Pokemon game was Black, I believe.
Mm,
I played through that. I couldn't beat it though when I first got it, and then I eventually did beat it.
nice. Yeah. I don't even know if I own Black. I think I own like White 2 or Black 2, one of the twos, but I don't think I own one of the originals. So.
Yeah, I want to talk about that for a second. So Black and White 2, they released a full-on sequel to a Pokemon game.
Yeah, they've never really done that before.
Yeah.
I'd like to see another one. I'd actually be interested to see one in a different
Me
region.
too, because honestly, I really did like Black and White 2, and I know it's kind of a mixed opinion around there, but I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I mean, Sun and Moon kind of did that with
Oh,
Ultra
yeah,
Sun,
you're right.
but like not really. They didn't do it very well. So.
Yeah, it wasn't really a full-on sequel.
Yeah, I tried to do that, but I think a lot of the differences come into the end game,
Yeah.
and I couldn't get there. I just got bored because I'd already played through all of Sun like a bunch of times. So, so as far as recent news goes for Sword and Shield, according to a description, there's a mention of partner Pokemon like in Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee. People are thinking that this was probably just a slip up on Nintendo's end, and they accidentally put this in the description. But it's possible. I think if they were to do this, it would obviously be like the 3 starters, because you couldn't really do it for every single Pokemon in the game.
Yeah, exactly.
That would be crazy. I mean, they've already, or at least it seems like they've already cut out the whole like Pokemon following you thing. So I doubt that we'll see partner Pokemon return, but maybe.
Yeah. Do you think we'll see Safari Zone play a big role in the game, or do you think they're gonna shove that to the side?
That's a good question. I mean, maybe. I'd like to see a Safari Zone in it, but I'm not sure if they will.
Do you think it'll be possible to get a Alolan like specific Pokemon, like an Alolan Raichu, into the
maybe
game?
I think I wonder. I keep wondering if they'll ever bring Pokemon Bank to the Switch.
Yeah, you're right.
Because we haven't seen that yet, so I'm curious if maybe there would be a way to transfer like 3DS Pokemon to the Switch, since Let's Go had those Pokemon Go to the Switch thing, so maybe they could set up a similar system but with Switch and 3DS, and that would actually kind of integrate them a little bit more.
We haven't seen much 3DS to Switch integration yet. So
no, I think gonna push that. Yeah, I think like the only game that's really done that, as far as I know, is like in Japan, Monster Hunter Double X, or as it's known here, Generations. You could like kind of do some stuff between the 3DS version and the Switch version, but that's about it, I think. And then also there's a talk of there was a tweet about Gym Masters.
Ooh, all right.
So we don't really know much. I didn't really know much about them except that they exist, and they immediately deleted that tweet. So it's possible that they just messed up, and instead of putting gym leaders, put gym masters, or that's just what they're called in this game. As it seems, they're taking. It's still the gyms, but they seem to be a little bit bigger.
That's good. I'd like the gyms to be more of a like a.
Yeah, it seems more like a big event now.
Yeah, like what about maybe they'll incorporate that one thing that we saw in the trailer, that huge stadium?
Yeah, the stadium, and I think that's what like if you look at the maps, I think the stadiums are like the gym equivalents in this, so that I think that would make sense if you had the maybe this is like the big champion region,
Like where all the master trainers go.
Yeah, where all the big famous ones go, and they compete
in
like, huge
the
arenas
Pokemon Olympics.
And stuff. Yeah, I think that'd be really cool if they did something like that.
I'd like to see that too, something a little different.
Yeah, because I mean, Trials tried to do something different, but it was okay, but like, it wasn't great. So I'd like to see a different look on it.
Especially like in the older games, like when you finally beat the Elite Four, you get like a little certificate that's like, "Hey,
you're a winner."
Pokemon. you're the Pokemon Master now, and then
Woo!
there's something to it. But like this, maybe they'll do something where you really feel like you are the master of Pokemon. You know?
Yeah, I think that'd be really cool. I really like that. So then we also have some Smash Brothers rumor alert
All
stuff.
right. I haven't
Um,
heard any of these yet, so
so the spring update version 3.0 will release sometime in spring. That's what the direct told us, and it teased two new features with
okay.
just pixelated images, and you couldn't tell what anything was. I speculated back on the podcast when the direct happened that this could be Stage Builder, and
Oh,
according to some
yeah.
data miners, I might be right. So yeah,
I didn't really get much of the stage building in Smash 4 and Brawl, but I'd love to see it return in a really like more prominent form than it was in those games because
yeah,
it feels really empty.
I feel like with the Switch they could really kick it up a notch. And since this is if it actually is Stage Builder, and if it comes out, later after Ultimate's release, I feel like it could probably actually have more to it, since it didn't
You
just
know,
launch with the game.
I think I have an idea, and I highly doubt they'll do anything like this, but I think it would be great. So, one thing I noticed in Smash Bros. Is there's one mini game in the classic. And
Yeah,
I was kind of upset by that because I
yeah,
like the mini games.
it gets
And
kind of
so what if it
boring.
does? Because especially once you figure out everything, you can just go through and get a ton of points
Yeah.
really easily. I'd love to see something where you can create your own mini games.
Ooh, that would be really fun. I'd really like that. Kind of like a WarioWare DIY, but with
Yeah,
that stuff. Yeah, yeah. That would be really cool.
you can break the target levels, stuff like that.
Yeah. And the second mode that they were talking about, that was also data mined, is a home run stadium, which is the one where you smack the sandbag and you see how far it
Yep.
goes.
Oh yeah, that was not in that ultimate.
Yeah. So
I guess
I think a lot of people missed this. I never played it in previous
me
Smash
either.
games, but
I probably played it once, but like I wouldn't be upset if it didn't return or anything.
yeah. But I mean, if it's there, I'll play it. But it wasn't something I was begging for since I'd never really played it. But so yeah, I'm really excited if Stage Builder's gonna be added because I didn't own Smash 4, so I didn't get to use Smash 4 Stage Builder, and I used Brawls for a little bit, and I made some pretty alright stages. Except basically what I had used them for was when I didn't really know what Smash was, so I would create stages where you couldn't fall off the edges, which was really stupid because
Yeah.
nobody could win. So.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, so maybe I can make some actual cool stages now, and I think if they did kind of like themes, almost kind of like a Mario Maker, that'd be really cool.
Yeah, I like that too. Like you go like in like more of a melee looking, or do you mean like that way you can switch like the different
Ooh,
games
yeah,
styles? Or
I was thinking more like because you could have like a Castlevania theme or a Donkey Kong, but
oh okay, I see what you mean.
the previous Smash games could also be a cool feature. So who knows? Hopefully, it won't be too underwhelming if it is there. But I mean, I'm happy with Stage Builder being there just to have it
Yeah,
kind of there.
yeah, quality of life thing.
Yeah.
Be nice.
So then getting into some of the smaller stuff here, we have Octopath Traveler.
Ooh, okay,
have you
yeah.
played Octopath?
I have not, but I do. I am well informed in the game.
Yeah. I bought it and I really enjoyed it. I didn't beat it, but I'm not very good at RPGs, but I did have fun with this one. This was like the first like real JRPG sort of thing that I really enjoyed. Like the visuals are really good and the characters are also really cool. I really like the whole 8 characters thing.
Yeah.
Um,
Speaking of JRPGs, I want to get into what I saw in the Nintendo shop today, and I didn't even really see this announced. I'm surprised I didn't. But Final Fantasy VII is coming on the Switch on the 26th, I believe.
oh yeah, they said they've mentioned it, but I don't think I remember
'Cause
seeing a release date. But
Okay, because I was on the shop because I just recently bought Final Fantasy IX on the Switch.
oh nice.
Last night I've been playing it a lot. It's great. Love Final Fantasy IX. But I saw Final Fantasy VII was there too, and I'm really excited because Final Fantasy VII is my favorite Final Fantasy game. As you
Yeah.
can tell, me being a Cloud main, Smash Bros. And stuff. But yeah, let me check the eShop. I have my Switch right here, so.
Nice. Yeah, I've never played a Final Fantasy, but I plan
Haven't?
on it
Oh.
because I want to do that nostalgia viewer request week that I've been planning. So I need to get on that.
Yep.
I said it would be sometime in March, but I'll probably delay it again because I
Yeah,
forgot.
it's right here. So Final Fantasy VII is releasing on Switch on the 26th of March. It'll be $16.
Nice. Wait, 16?
$16. Yeah.
Nice. Okay. Maybe I'll pick that up because I've heard that's the best Final Fantasy. So
It is by some, and it's mine personally, and it's kind of it's a popular opinion, but
yeah. So maybe I'll pick it up. Maybe that'll be one of my first ever, if not the first ever Final Fantasy I've played.
I would recommend starting with something like seven or 3 would be my recommendation to start.
All right, I will definitely look into it. But yeah. So as far as Octopath goes, what they've said is that they're now developing. Well, or is done. I don't know. But there will be a prequel game to Octopath Traveler releasing on smartphones, and I believe it's coming out this year.
Okay.
But maybe next year. I can't really remember, but I'm pretty sure it's
So,
this year.
do we know if it's gonna be a free-to-play game like the Final Fantasy games on Smart, where it's like more of like a wait time microtransaction
I don't
riddle
think they've
game, or is it
made
gonna be
that
a full-on?
clear.
All right.
My guess would just be that it'd be a flat rate you pay for it, but they may go
I
the
hope so.
microtransaction route. But something that actually we'll mention later leads me to not think that to make me think that it'll probably be no microtransactions. But
All right. Because that's the thing. Because they have a good chunk of Final Fantasy games on these stores where you can pay like $8 and get the original Final Fantasy on mobile. But they also have a bunch of free to play games that
yeah,
are pretty bad. So I hope it's just a flat rate and we can get it because
yeah, I
that's
hope
always
so
good.
too. Cause I enjoyed Octopath Traveler, and I wouldn't mind having it on my phone. I don't play a lot of mobile games, but maybe I'd play that one. And then second in the Octopath Traveler news is that a sequel has now been confirmed is being developed right now for the Nintendo Switch. So,
All right, good.
woo! So
Maybe I'll try.
I'll actually have to go in and beat it now so I can get the sequel. Um, but yeah, so I mean I'm pretty excited for that. I was happy to see that they're actually trying this. I'm not sure how well it sold in the U.S., but I'm pretty sure it sold pretty great in Japan. So it's good to see that they're gonna try to keep this franchise going, and that Square has a new, kind of franchise that isn't just Final Fantasy.
Yeah, definitely.
Uh,
Because there's just one bad thing about Final Fantasy. I think it's been a little oversaturated. Saturated.
yeah,
A lot of Final Fantasy games.
yeah, there are so many.
Even I don't even know how many are all of them.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. So now we're gonna get into some of the even smaller stuff. The
Okay.
miscellaneous Nintendo section, as I've labeled it. Yoshi
Alright.
Crafted World has
Yes.
gotten amiibo support.
Okay.
Uh,
Cool.
but the sad part is that it'll only work with some of the Super Mario line and the Woolly Yoshis. So,
Oh, okay. Well, I do own one of the Woolly Yoshi. Woolly
ooh,
Yoshi.
I kept meaning to pick one up and I never got around to it. But I do own a Yoshi from the Super Mario line.
Uh huh.
And I think. Oh wait, and I own Toad, which is one of the ones
Ah.
that you can use. So I own Yoshi and Toad. Hopefully, you can eventually use the Odyssey, Mario, Peach, and Bowser because I
Oh
have
yeah, you're
those.
right.
But
I do have those too. Oh, they did release a free demo for Crafted World. Have you played it?
yeah, I played it. It was great. I loved it.
It was. I have it pre-ordered and picking it up as soon as it comes out.
Nice.
Sadly, means I won't be able to play it for a little while because my mother is a big fan of Yoshi and she will be hogging the Switch for this portion of the time that it releases.
Nice. Yeah, I'll probably be. I usually do a thing where I pre-order it like the day before from GameStop.
Oh, uh huh.
That way, after school, I can just run in, give them my receipt, and run out with the game. So
Yeah.
it's
You
a
get
it's a pretty efficient method.
you go to
'Cause
GameStop for most of your pre-orders?
what?
Do you
Uh,
go to GameStop for most of your pre-orders?
yeah, I go to GameStop because I love physical games. But yeah, and also most of the time GameStop gives you like a little poster or something. So
Uh huh. Yeah.
why
I
not?
love random stuff for that.
But yeah. So in other news, I will talk about the thing that I was hinting towards earlier, and that is Nintendo tells their mobile partners to avoid over monetizing their games. So
Good.
yeah, I think So it depends on how much Nintendo has effect over the Octopath Traveler, license. I don't know if they would be able, if they would really control the Octopath phone port, or if it would be a Square thing. I'm not really sure how that works. So it's possible that Square would be fully in charge, but it's also possible that Nintendo might have a say in it too. So yeah. But I was really happy to hear that they don't want to over monetize their games and stuff, because that kind of ruins games for me.
It really does.
If you put like a bunch of microtransactions, like, oh, you have to pay like 5,000 gold to get this sword, and that's like the equivalent to like $15 in real life. Like, no, thank you. So I'm really glad that Nintendo does not want to be like doing that sort of EA crap.
Oh yeah, tell me about it.
So I was really excited to hear that, because I mean, obviously, they want to make good quality games that people actually want to play and not be like, this is stupid. So
Yeah, the worst thing a game could be is a microtransaction riddled
yeah,
game, pay to
I
win.
just I hate that. I hate that when I'm like playing a game and it'll pop up like, oh, you can pay $5 to continue playing. Like, it's really dumb. I hate microtransactions.
Yeah.
And I think that's how most gamers feel. And I'm glad Nintendo's just like, no, stop that. And that actually made one developer upset, and that is the development team of Dragalia Lost, I believe it's called, which is a Nintendo published smartphone game. And the developers are upset and say that they would have made more money without Nintendo publishing their game. Which I think is a really sucky thing to say, because like,
yes, definitely.
I would have never even. I did download Dragalia Lost for a quick second. I never actually played it. I downloaded it and I launched it like once, but I wouldn't even consider downloading it if it wasn't for it being a Nintendo kind of mobile game. So yeah, I didn't like that, because that just proves that they want to just shove their games full of microtransactions. But yeah.
Dollar signs in their eyes.
Yep. So yeah, and then big online news. Tetris 99 gets a Grand Prix.
Ah, really? Actually, I did not see that. I am loving Tetris 99.
Same.
Past few days, it has been a great change of pace.
It's really good. It's really good. I mean, I was playing Tetris on my phone, and I was like, I want a free Tetris on the Switch. And then they're like, Tetris 99. I was like, whoa. As soon as I saw that in the Direct, I just got, like, way too excited.
When I was in 8th grade, I'd play Tetris on the Game Boy, the original Game Boy Tetris.
Nice.
For hours. Like, I'd sneak it in class. Like, people would sneak their phones in class. No, I'd be sneaking Tetris on my Game Boy.
Heck yeah. Yeah, I own it on the Game Boy, and I do play it quite a bit as well. I love Tetris. It's good stuff. I remember last year we'd carry around Chromebooks, and between classes I would just play like lots of Tetris. And that's when I gained my record of 84,303. But my new high score is like 103,000 or something like that. So I've improved, but I know that people do a lot better than I do. So I don't stand a chance at the Tetris 99 Grand Prix. But
well, who does?
Yeah,
probably not.
Gotta be a Tetris champion.
Some 50-year-old who's been playing it since it was
day one release.
Day one release on the Atari or whatever. What was the first home console Tetris release?
NES. Wait, no, Famicom technically, because the Japanese version got it first. I watched a whole video on this. If you guys want to watch it, it's really good. It's called The History of Tetris, and it's by the gaming historian, and like, it's absolutely insane, the history of that game. So there's like stuff to do with like Soviet Russia and stuff. It's absolutely insane. So I'd definitely check it out. But yeah, so yeah, I think it was on the Famicom, and then the Game Boy got it. And there was a extremely limited print of Tetris on the Sega Genesis, which is now worth like thousands of dollars.
Oh crap! All right.
Yeah, it's insane, the story of that game, and now it's on like everything. So I mean, I know like some like graphing calculators can even run Tetris now. It's crazy.
Oh yeah, I put Pokemon on my graphing calculator.
Awesome.
That's
I always wanted to try to buy a graphing calculator simply to do that, but I never got around to it.
well,
Um,
you'll need it for a class soon. I think.
ooh,
So
gotta play some Pokemon on my graphing calculator. Um, so yeah, and finally, the last thing wrapping up the miscellaneous Nintendo news segment is Turok the Dinosaur is getting what Turok the Dinosaur. Man, I just messed up. Turok Dinosaur Hunter. There we go. It was an N64 game originally. It was then ported to PC and Xbox One and PS4, I think, or maybe it was 360 and 3. I can't remember. But it's a slightly better looking, but not really, and it kind of removes the fog and stuff. It just kind of controls better. But it's getting a $20 port to the Switch. So
okay, I've never heard of the game, but you know what? Sounds interesting.
yeah, I've heard of it, and I've heard that's kind of like a little bit of a hidden gem, but also it's kind of rough on the N64. So
Okay.
I'm interested. I may wait till there's a sale, but I don't know. Who knows? I
Yeah.
may pick it
Who
up.
who
I
really
think it
knows?
comes out in like early May.
All
So
right.
maybe.
Maybe.
Ah. So yeah. I guess that kind of wraps up our Nintendo section.
Okay.
And we are moving on to the just generic miscellaneous stuff. So one of the biggest stories to come out this week is that EA is skipping E3 2019.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. All right. I did not hear that.
Yeah, they're
Hey,
getting out of there.
okay. You know what? You know what? Fair enough.
Yeah,
I understand if you don't want to upset fans. Okay. Yeah. Just dip. All
yeah,
right.
just don't go. Like I watched their E3 last year and it was really disappointing. So,
Dang. That means we're probably not going to see a Star Wars Battlefront 3 announcement.
oh, I
I
don't
was kind of
even
hoping for that.
there I know that they have like some sort of Jedi game in the works and
Oh yeah, I did hear
they
about that.
finalized the script and it's by like one of the guys that worked on New Vegas, so that's pretty exciting. But I'm not really sure when that's releasing. I think they were teasing an announcement trailer or something.
Oh
But
okay.
I think they're doing it at some other conference. So they're just skipping E3 entirely. So that means that E3 and Sony are skipping 2019.
Sony
I mean
skipping.
EA and Sony.
Oh,
Sorry.
EA and Sony. Okay, Sony skipping.
Yeah, Sony's skipping 2019.
Huh. This might be a
Yeah,
uneventful E3 then.
Microsoft and Nintendo have to really
Really
have to
step up.
show off some great stuff.
And Bethesda. Do you think we'll see anything out of Bethesda?
Ooh, that's a good question. I'd like a Fallout 3 remastered, but I don't
Me
know if it'll
too.
happen. I just want some sort of freaking Fallout on the Switch. I don't care what it is. I just want Fallout on the
Yeah.
Switch.
You know what? Give us Fallout 3 or New Vegas on the Switch, and I will be happy for a year.
Yeah, same. Like they put I originally would have thought like no, they couldn't do it, but they put Skyrim on it.
They
So
put Skyrim, and I love Skyrim. I'm still playing it, like to this day. I just played it a couple weeks ago. No,
yeah,
that on the Switch.
it's a really good port. So I just want Fallout 3 on there.
Exactly. Yeah, I've put anything. Yeah, exactly.
So and I think probably what Bethesda's gonna do is probably they'll probably talk about some of their more random games like
Oh, Doom Eternal.
Rage 2 and Doom Eternal
I'm
and
excited for Doom Eternal. I
those
love
new
the original.
Wolfenstein games.
Yeah.
And maybe some stuff. I think that we'll also probably get more information on that Fallout 76 free updates and stuff that
Uh huh.
they announced, like that roadmap.
Oh
I
yeah.
think I think we'll learn finally what like nuclear winter mode and stuff that they're teasing is. So.
Yep.
Or at least I hope, because I'm pretty excited for that stuff. That makes me want to play 76 again. So
Okay.
let's see if they can pull it off.
Yeah.
But yeah. So speaking of like a possible battle royale mode, I just saw headlines on this. I didn't really look into it because I don't really care that much, but I thought it'd be interesting to bring up. There's a possible like Dark Souls battle royale game in the works.
All right. All right then.
I've never played Dark Souls, but I've heard it's the Dark Souls of gaming. So
Haha. I've played Dark Souls quite a bit. Never beaten any of the games, but I've sunk quite a few hours into it, and I don't know. I don't think it would work. I probably wouldn't play it.
Yeah, I don't. I mean, I know Dark Souls, and I'm pretty sure it's like a slower, like
Yeah, you really
difficult
gotta take your
game. So
time.
I don't know how you'd really make that a battle royale. It seems like a really bad idea to
I
me.
mean, the combat mechanics are really nice. It's almost like For Honor. What's that one game with the giant gladiators?
Uh, it depends on which one you're talking about.
Okay, well, it is slow, more tactical combat. So
Yeah,
I could see a multiplayer like a versus Dark Souls,
yeah,
but I just don't know if a battle royale would be the best choice.
yeah. I'm not sure that would be a great idea. Um, Devil May Cry 5 is apparently getting some really good reviews. I saw IGN gave it a 9.5 out of 10,
All
which
right,
that's
okay,
pretty crazy. Capcom apparently has been on their A game recently, so
okay.
I mean, I loved Mega Man 11, so
Uh huh.
keep it up, Capcom. I want more.
Yes, I'd love to see more Mega Man. I'm a big Mega Man junkie.
Yeah, same. And I've never played a Devil May Cry game.
Me
Maybe
either.
maybe one day I'll play one, but
I heard they're good though. Yeah.
yeah. And but
Nice.
apparently this one's supposed to be like really good stuff. So
All right.
and then one thing that made me both happy and sad is that PS4 Remote Play is now available for iOS users only. Sadly, I have an Android
Huh.
phone, so I
Me
won't be
too.
able to use it. But like,
That
it's
sucks.
exciting that this exists.
I still plug in like if I'm playing. I have some emulators that I play, and I plug in a PS4 controller to play on my Android.
Yeah,
But
I don't
the
know why
iOS
they
one,
only put it on iOS. It doesn't make
yeah.
sense, but whatever. Freaking PlayStation. But apparently, like, you can even play it without without like a controller. Like it has, you can just use touchscreen controls and everything. It's
Oh
pretty
wow.
impressive from what I've seen. But I have a PS Vita that I can remote play on, so. But yeah, I mean that's exciting. If they put it on Android, heck yeah, I'll play it. I'll use it, maybe. But my Switch primarily takes up most of my handheld time, so.
Yep. Me too.
Uh, and other PS4 news, and speaking of EA being terrible, there are now a bunch of reports saying that copies of Anthem are bricking people's PS4s. So,
Of course. If Anthem couldn't have gotten worse.
yep, it was already doing bad, and now it's bricking systems. So,
Good.
it's not looking good for Anthem. I remember when I
Anthem is
first saw Anthem, and it was before I really knew anything about EA, and I was like, oh, that game looks cool.
Mhm.
And then, like, reviews started coming out, and I was like, yikes, that is not good. Um,
I really
so
hope they
yeah.
can pull something like what they did with Battlefront 2, because
Yeah.
the new Battlefront 2. Because when it came out, I didn't like it when it came out, and I am the biggest Star Wars fan. I wanted to like it so much, but I just couldn't.
Yeah, I never
And
even
I haven't
played
played it.
Battle.
I haven't played it. It's so much better. They fixed it. There's not as many microtransactions. They gave so much thing, so many. They gave everyone all the characters, so you don't have to unlock them
Oh,
anymore.
nice. I didn't know about that.
Yeah. And they're constantly releasing new updates. They just added a new character in right now and some new stuff, and it's great.
Nice. Yeah, I've considered picking it up. I played Battlefront. Yeah, is it Battlefield or Battlefront?
Battlefront.
Okay, there it is. I played the first one on the Xbox One, and
Uh-huh.
I played it a few times. I always was caught, like, it looks visually, it's like really impressive, but
Oh yeah, I hated the first
the
Battlefront.
loading screens are what would kill me on that.
Yeah, I hated the new original Battlefront.
Yeah, its loading screens always got to me, but maybe I'll check out Battlefront 2 at some point.
It's a lot better now. So
Because
hopefully they
I'm pretty. I
continue
mean,
to
I
take
can
care.
probably get it for relatively cheap now, I'd guess. So
Yeah, it's not hard to pick up a copy.
yeah. So maybe I'll check that out.
Hopefully they do the same with Anthem. I'd love to see it
Yeah,
actually become a playable game.
that would be nice. Because Anthem, it shows a lot of promise, but at the same time,
Yeah, it
it
looked fun.
failed in execution. So. In other news, there is a rumor that a discless Xbox with a code name of Maverick may be coming out as soon as May of 2019.
Oh wow, really?
So how do you feel about an all digital Xbox?
Well, I have an Xbox One, and you know every single game I own for the Xbox besides Just Cause 4 and Red Dead Redemption 2 are disc. And so if they try to strive away from disc, I mean, as long as they execute it right, because we're kind
Yeah,
of more digital age of games. But I mean, there's still nothing can ever beat going to a video game store and having that actual
exactly.
physical copy of it.
I love physical games. Like I mean, I've gotten a little bit more used to buying digital, considering some games you can only buy digitally and
Uh
stuff
huh.
now. But like, I don't know about an all digital system. I don't know how much. I mean, like, yeah,
I'd also like to see the cost because I don't know.
yeah, that too. Because I mean, you're removing the disk drive, so you that would cut out costs. But at the same time, you're probably gonna want to put like a lot more storage on board that thing
Yeah,
because
you're gonna need
digital
it.
games are big and you're gonna need a lot of storage.
I have a 2 terabyte hard drive, external hard drive for my Xbox One, and it cost about $100.
Wow.
So,
So
and I mean,
yeah, I
two
mean
terabytes is
maybe.
enough, but still.
I mean, maybe if they loaded like a ton, like maybe if they loaded like a few terabytes of memory onto the Xbox One Maverick
Hmm.
instead of the disk drive, maybe they would keep it at the same price if they included like a 4 terabyte diskless Xbox. But
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know how that'd work. But the Xbox One, man, I mean, it's good, but I just don't think it sold very well. So,
No, it really didn't.
and I saw a report where in Japan, it sold 15 copies like last month, like maybe
Oh,
15 units.
oh, yikes.
So the Xbox does not sell well in Japan.
Hmm.
Um, and speaking of a possible diskless system, I just saw something on this, and there's been rumors around for a while now. But Google is possibly getting into the gaming industry and maybe
Okay.
revealing something at the Game Developers Conference about a physical, like not just like a streaming service, but like a physical console to compete
Interesting.
with Xbox, PlayStation, and Nintendo.
So will they be allowing companies to port their games on it, like PS4 and Xbox One games will start being developed for the Google console, or
Yeah.
is it going to be Google games only?
Yeah, that's the thing that I'm wondering too. Like, what kind of third party support would this get, if any? And like, are we talking more along the lines of Xbox and PlayStation, or more of a Nintendo Switch sort of midline console, or are we talking something as small as like an
Is it
Android level
yeah?
console?
Is it going to be a glorified smartphone?
Yeah, is it gonna just be a smartphone in a box, like an Ouya? Are we gonna get an Ouya from
Oh
Google?
God, no!
That would be terrible.
The Soldier Boy gaming console.
Heck yeah. Oh man, I can't. Man, Soldier Boy, he's done so many dumb things.
I know.
Like he claimed that he was the reason why Reggie left Nintendo and stuff, and
Uh,
it's insane.
really. Oof, oof.
And speaking of things that are insane, Sonic the Hedgehog the movie.
Oh God. All right, we're talking about this now. All right.
Yup. What do you think of Sonic's design?
Okay, so I've never been a Sonic fan. I've
Me neither.
played a few games. I played, the original, uh, and I think Heroes. I don't even remember, but I just don't like Sonic, and it looks like it's just gonna be awful.
Yup.
I'm just
Like
gonna stick with Detective Pikachu.
same. Like his legs just look too
It's it. They could be my.
long.
They
It's
could
like a
be his.
human body with like a hedgehog face. It's really
Spray
weird.
painted blue.
Also, instead of giving him gloves, they just made his fur and on his hands white.
Oh yikes!
Like, why? Why not just give him
Uh,
gloves?
if you're gonna make a movie about Sonic, it has to be more cartoony animated. It can't be more of
Yeah,
a realistic animation or live action.
it's really weird. I don't even know why we needed this. Was somebody demanding a Sonic movie? Like,
3 people just stormed up to Sega's headquarters and like, we need a Sonic movie. And they're like,
all right. Like, man, I don't know. And also, I just saw it's from the producers of the Fast and the Furious.
oh,
So
ha,
that's
wow.
funny. Ha 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 ha.
Uh,
I guess you could say Sonic is probably the Fast and the Furious.
Oh.
Oh, I'm sure that's in some of their marketing material already.
Mm-hmm.
Man, this is it's bad. It's
Yeah.
bad all around.
Is it gonna be
So,
released years or?
yeah. But I just, man, like especially compared to like what we've seen from Detective Pikachu, this just is
Uh huh.
really, really bad.
It is. And
Like
to
I'm
make
pretty.
things worse, I've heard rumors of a Mega Man movie coming out soon.
Oh no, let's not do that. Don't touch Mega Man.
Yeah, your gamer's been published an article about it
Man, I
on his
mean,
30th anniversary.
if they were to do like an animated movie, maybe I could see that
No,
working if
no,
it
no.
was
It's
animated.
live action. It's live action.
No, please don't. Why do they keep trying to make video games live
They
action? It
never.
doesn't work.
Video game movies don't work.
Yeah, they
Like,
just don't.
and
I mean,
hopefully Detective Pikachu will stray away from that stereotype.
yeah, I just don't
But
understand why every video game movie decides, you know what, let's be live action. Like,
yeah.
Angry Birds movie is the only one that's done it animated, and there's something wrong with that statement.
Really, I forgot that even existed. Dang.
Yeah, me too, man. But they released a trailer for the sequel, I think, and I'm like, does
Oh
anybody
yeah.
still care about this? Apparently.
Ooh.
But yeah, I mean, I know Mario's supposed to be getting an animated movie, which I'm a little bit more okay with. But
Yeah. Super
yeah,
Mario Bros. Super Show.
to do the Mario.
Oh gosh, yeah.
But yeah, so I mean, I don't know. I don't know why they can't get video game movies right, but yeah. So I think the final thing to wrap this episode up is the question we ask every episode, which is what have we been playing recently? So Joey, what have you been playing
Ooh,
recently?
all right. Well, I just picked up Final Fantasy IX. I'm loving it. I've already played it, but it's still great. Still keeping me enticed. I love how it's a handheld.
Yeah,
It's gonna make life so much easier. I can't wait to play it. On bus rides and car rides and all that good stuff.
yeah, I love the Switch for that fact alone. Like I just
Yeah,
can take
exactly.
it anywhere. It's amazing.
I've been going back and I've been playing some Minecraft lately with some,
Nice.
and even to this day, it's still holding up. I'm
Yeah.
excited for the new
I
update.
just saw something today. Like Minecraft is like 10 years old now, and
Oh yeah, it is.
that's really weird.
I think in May it'll finally turn.
That's so weird. It just I grew up with it, and it's weird to see that it's already 10. Like,
And finally, I've been playing some Super Smash Bros. I'm consistently
of
putting
course,
a few hours into it every day, and it's still
of
holding up.
course, you need to prepare for those tournaments.
I know. I hope there's some local ones coming soon.
Yeah, I'd like to do those. Even though, I mean, I'd say that I'm like a little above mediocre at Smash. Like I'm not amazing, but like I'm okay. I'm pretty good.
I don't know. Yesterday you were kind of slacking.
Yeah, yesterday I was not good. It was not so good. I had not picked it up in quite a while, and I just got absolutely destroyed.
Well, what have you been playing?
So I've been playing, well, like you said, Smash Brothers yesterday.
Yeah.
And then let's see, Moonlighter. I've been playing a lot of Moonlighter, like probably an unhealthy amount of Moonlighter. I picked it up at a half-price books for like $17. It didn't come with a case, but I figured, you know what, I've got a little bit of money, and I've been considering picking up this game, and it's relatively cheap, so why not go ahead and try it? And I did, and I can't stop playing it. So if you don't know, Moonlighter is like a 2D it's a 2D sprite game, and as most indie games are nowadays.
Uh-huh.
And basically the combat works very similar to like Link to the Past, Legend of Zelda style stuff, and which is really, really fun. And you go into like these procedurally generated dungeons, and you fight a bunch of monsters, and you can teleport out. And basically what you do is you go in there and you collect a bunch of rare materials and stuff, and you bring them back up to the surface world, where the big like twist of the game where you run a little store, and that's really cool. So dungeon crawling doesn't feel like just, oh, I'm fighting stuff just to fight stuff, but now you're actually
There's a
doing it to like make a
purpose.
living and upgrade your town and upgrade your store, and it's a really fun system.
That's really interesting.
Like I've heard a few people say that's like grindy, but I never found it to get really grindy, and I think that kind of works with the game, and I never found it to be a grind. I always found it to be kind of fun, and the gameplay loop is just really, really good stuff. And yeah, I'd say the only part that kind of bothers me is the music. Like, it's good music, but it's just kind of like the same music, and that can get kind of irritating here and there. But overall, I really, really enjoy Moonlighter, and I can't wait to play more of it. It's freaking great. And yeah, I think that's about it for what I've been playing. I
Okay.
downloaded Slime Rancher, so I'll have to check
Oh,
that out.
that's free, isn't it?
Yeah, I got it free on the Epic Games Store, so
Yep.
let's
It was on
go.
Xbox. I think
Yeah,
gold a few months,
yeah,
that was a
I
while
got it on my
ago.
Xbox, but I never really
Yeah.
played that much of it.
I
So
sunk a few hours into it, but it didn't really hold my attention.
yeah, so yeah, I'm interested to play it. I'm glad it was free. I'm really glad that Epic Games gives away free stuff, because like if
Yep.
it wasn't for them giving away free stuff, I probably wouldn't have the Epic Games launcher. But
If it wasn't for Epic's Fortnite, if it wasn't for Fortnite being free, it definitely would be as popular as it.
yeah,
Free people buy free stuff, or people get free stuff, no matter what it is. That's how all the mobile games are popular, make so much money. Is 'cause people buy them. They're free.
yeah, like I've never sunk any money into Fortnite or the Epic Game Store, and I still get free games. So,
Yeah.
and they're not even like junk free games. They're like good free games.
Mhm.
So that's more than Humble Bundle could say.
Oh.
And that wasn't even free. That was a monthly thing, but man, Humble Bundle, you get like one good game, and then the rest of it's like, what even is this?
Yep.
So I think that's about. Oh yeah, also I've been playing a lot of Pokemon Let's Go because
Oh,
I wanted
okay.
to catch up before Sword and
Uh-huh.
Shield.
Oh, you got a while before Sword and Shield. That's releasing like fall,
Yeah,
winter.
it'll probably like November of 2019 is my guess.
All right.
But because it's coming out this year, and it said late 2019, and like all of the other Pokemon games have released in November, so that's my guess.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, so I think that's about it for today's episode. So thank you all for watching. Remember to like and subscribe to Draven Who Games for more awesome content. We have a new Zelda review up if you want to go check that out. We have a poll currently, but it's probably going to end by the time this is up, for the Switchies. So watch out for
Yep.
the Switchies, which will be coming up. Maybe Sunday or Monday. Still not sure yet. Depends on if I can actually get it edited and out the door quick enough. But so keep an eye out for that. And go check out the new side channel, The Game Boy Guy. We're posting stuff there pretty frequently. So currently I have like 3 videos up, but I plan to get that number up soon enough. And yeah, so thank you all for watching. Thank you, Joey, for joining us.
Oh yeah. Anytime.
And I will see you guys all in the next video. And goodbye.